how's it going? It's That Nerd Ryan here, and today's the day before Halloween, and since Halloween's on a Sunday, I'm taking it off. Figured might as well tell you guys a spooky, scary, true story. Now, I am going to go fully off memory here, so take what you will when you believe this, or when you hear this, if you believe it, if you don't, completely up to you. But this is a 100% true story that happened to me about 5 or so years ago. So I used to ghost hunt with a group of friends. We don't really hang out that much anymore, actually, at all. But we saw some freaky stuff. You guys might have noticed in the thumbnail a picture of a tower with two ghosts by it. That's a different story than this one, but it was taken by us. And yeah, but this was probably the scariest night of my life that basically happened with ghost hunting. So there's this place by my one friend's house that apparently two girls were murdered there, and their bodies were found. It was in like the 50s, and then the brick building that stood there burned to the ground, and I think a few people passed away during that as well. So it was kind of like a very hot, haunted spot. It was a place me and my friends went to several times just to check out things. First 3 times, nothing happened. It was just beautiful nights walking around in this area, with nothing but the stars above us and everything like that. So then one night we just decided, you know what, let's just go. So we end up going there, and instantly things start getting very, very creepy. So I used to have a little, I don't have it anymore, but it was a little Lego flashlight. It was like a little keychain that you stick, and it's a big giant Lego brick. We were using that so that way you can instantly shut it off, and you don't, because you had to have pressure on it. So it was, you instantly shut it off so that way if somebody starts coming you could turn off the light right away, because some of these places you weren't supposed to be in. So we're walking and everything, we weren't using the light, and I saw these 2 yellow eyes floating probably like chest high to me. So I was like, oh, it's a deer. No big deal. So I shine the light up by where the deer is to scare it away, and there's nothing there. So I'm like, okay, that's really weird. And I put the light down, and then the eyes come up like this, like right up at my face. They like jump back sort of thing, and then they're gone again. So we venture farther. So basically, I guess this place was behind a rich neighborhood, and it had a creek. So basically it was where the house was supposed to be was all, where it used to be, I should say, was all grass and field, and just like tall grass and everything. So that was probably for about, I want to say half a mile worth of just plain grass. Then there's a tree, and then once you pass the tree there was a little bit more trees, and then a creek that had a makeshift bridge out of a dead tree branch that you could walk over, and when you walked over that, there's a stone hut. Nobody knows where the stone hut came from, anything like that. And actually, once we discovered that, because that took about that was this time, I believe, when we discovered this area. So we went over there, we checked it out, and it just it gave off really bad energy. And if you shined the light anywhere, there was actually drawings and everything on the walls. It was really creepy. So then after that we walked out, and we walked a little bit farther, and all of a sudden we saw a shadow. So I yelled, "Hey, hey," at the shadow to see if it was like a person or something. And it turned and looked at me, and all of a sudden my leg started hurting really bad. I have a problem with my hip. I hurt it playing football in high school, and sometimes it hurts, but it was crippling hurt, pain. So, during this time, my friend was using a spirit box, and it was just flipping through. I just wanted to establish this for later on in the story. I forgot to mention he was using a spirit box. So, anyways, we're like, okay, we gotta really get out of here, because then it like ran up, kind of like a horror film, kind of ran up to us and then disappeared again. So like we freaked out when we started trying to leave, and then we saw another bigger shadow like menacingly walking towards us. And as we're getting out of the past the tree that starts like to where the field is when you're heading back, we hear on the spirit box a little girl yelling for help. And it was like so real that we didn't know it was coming from the spirit box. So we turned around to see like what was going on, and we ran back. And then things just got worse. Started seeing more shadows, more lights, all this stuff. It was like insanely like overload. And I just started saying to myself, if there's any higher power out there, anything like that, please, please just get us out of this situation. As we're like running back out, because we came back in and then we started running back out. And when that happened, mind you, clear as night, through your clearest night in the sky, no clouds, nothing, no trucks or anything around us. There's a big giant flash of light, and then a big giant bang. And then all of a sudden, everybody just instantly started feeling calm. So, yeah. If there's any skeptics with us that day, they pretty much changed everything around. But yeah, so that's my spooky story. If you guys, I have a ton of these because I ghost hunted for a pretty good, I think about a year. So, I mean, if you guys are interested in any more of these ghost hunting stories, I got a bunch. The next one could be about the thumbnail. It's not that fun of a story, but still, it's pretty cool. Just make sure you guys comment saying you want more. And make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and follow me on all my social media down below. Make sure you guys have a wonderful, happy, and safe Halloween. It's that nerd Ryan telling you, happy Halloween.